Welcome, everybody, to Ridiculously Raw, the most must-see show on YouTube today. Hello, friends. Your ridiculously over good brother Anthony Florio here, joined as always by good old MF Michael Fletcher, Twisted Angel Didi Woodson, the phenom Michael Bullock. I'm not sure where he is. We did not have our traditional Raw chat this evening. He had other plans beyond his control, so we'll see if he joins us. If he does, we'll catch him up on what he missed. If not, then we'll see him next time. But anyways, off the heels of Fastlane, we are now, friends, officially on the road to WrestleMania, because the next stop, pay-per-view wise, MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands, East Rutherford, New Jersey, the shadow of New York and New Jersey, Sunday night, April 7th. And tonight, not the best Monday Night Raw, honestly, but then again, it always is. But news-worthy. That's all I'm going to say. So, is here. We just got him. So, all right. So we're all ready to go. So, okay. Monday Night Raw live tonight from the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, exclusively on the USA Network. And we started it off with what was being dubbed as the farewell address of the Shield. But then, Roman pretty much spoke on behalf of everybody. And then Roman and Dean left. Seth Rollins hung in there. And he talks about Brock Lesnar, and then he gets interrupted by Paul Heyman. They have a verbal exchange, another great verbal exchange, and then somebody attacked Seth Rollins. We thought it was Brock Lesnar. No, it was Shelton Benjamin. Now, Shelton Benjamin, for those of you who may not know, has history with Brock Lesnar. They were roommates at the University of Minnesota. So there's legitimate history between those two. And it led into a match, obviously, Seth Rollins against Shelton Benjamin. Winner of the match in 10 minutes and 25 seconds. It was Seth Rollins with the curb stomp. All right. None of us would have predicted that Shelton Benjamin was going to attack Seth Rollins tonight. As I mentioned, Lesnar and Benjamin tagged together. They both attended the University of Minnesota. They were roommates. So there is plenty of legitimate history between them. As far as the Shield farewell goes, it was brief and uneventful, I'm sorry to say. But it is what it is. As far as the match goes with Rollins and Benjamin, I'm going to give it between 2.5 and 3. It was a good match, and I like the storytelling with Benjamin incorporating Lesnar's moveset. Maybe not a red hot open to Raw, but they shifted the focus quickly from the Shield to the Rollins and Lesnar storyline for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. So great accomplishments all around, solid accomplishments all around. So nothing more to say on this. Let's bring in good old MF Michael Fletcher. And MF, I mean, what a way to start off Raw tonight. The Shield, the farewell, uneventful. Heyman comes out, him and Rollins. That was far better, because you know how great Heyman is on the mic. And then from there, Rollins and Benjamin. I mean, I never would have thought Shelton Benjamin show up, let alone attack Rollins, obviously on behalf of Brock Lesnar. Rollins and Benjamin, they go at it. A solid 2.5 to 3-star match.
Yeah, no, solid fight, no doubt about it. 2.5 to 3, definitely agree with that. And yeah, I was shocked that it was Shelton, of all people. Shelton Benjamin shows up, and well, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, like you said, the Shield, their farewell address was short, sweet, straight to the point. Obviously, just the nostalgia from last night. Seeing the Shield reunited, and especially that emotional hug at the end after they defeated Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre last night at Fastlane. You really didn't need anything else. I mean, it was a tear-welling moment. A lot of my friends, either 2184 crew or even just people that I know on Discord and yes, the Twitch as well, Anthony. They all were saying the same thing, is that, it was a very powerful moment. That was a very powerful goodbye, to say the very least. So you really didn't need to do much with the Shield here. Short, sweet, straight to the point. Thank you to the fans for supporting us and the love that you guys give us each and every time out, and then just them going on their own. So Seth, very good. Heyman was excellent as well with his promo. And yeah, there's nothing more to say. Then the match itself, I could say 2.5, 2 3/4. Definitely a great matchup between Sheldon and Seth. And Seth definitely now firmly on the road to WrestleMania, as he has a date with Destiny, a WWE Universal title fight with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, it's all yours, bro.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that was that segment with the farewell of the Shield. I mean, the thing is, I mean, you really didn't need much. I mean, it was short, sweet, and to the point, and I'll never forget that moment last night when they had their fists together one more time, and I mean, yes, this was basically them going their separate ways now, and of course we all know with Dean Ambrose, who knows what the future holds for him because his contract is up. We all know Seth Rollins has a date with Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns, who knows what goes with him. So yeah, and then that nice little exchange with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, and then of all people, Shelton Benjamin come out and attack Seth Rollins. I mean, I didn't expect it to be Shelton Benjamin, but yeah, and then as far as the match goes, I'll give it 2.5 to 3. So yeah, this was a great match. I mean, a good matchup here. So Dee Woodson, I give it to you.
Yeah, this was a great way to start off Raw. And of course, the fans are all chanting, "Slay the Beast, burn it down." Of course, the burn it down was with a little help from Roman starting that one. Short and sweet, to the point for the Shield part, just to have Roman and Dean leave, and Seth's trying to start his promo just for Heyman to come out, and there's a nice little exchange there. Lots of good points made by both parties on this, and of course, this was a good way to also hype up the match at WrestleMania. Then the match with Rollins and Benjamin, I'm going to give it 2 3/4 to 3 stars. It was a good starter for the show. So not much more I'm going to say about it. Florio, it's yours.
And we move on to one of the 2 featured advertised moments that that was announced during the Fastlane pay-per-view last night. This is one of them. Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion, Finn Balor, defending against challenger and former champion in his own right, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Winner of the match in 10 minutes and 55 seconds. And the new, once again, Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley. That little idiot got in the way again, Leo Rush. But the way Bobby Lashley won the title, though, Finn Balor looked like I think we might have been going for the coup de grace or something, or the coup de grace as we call it. What a sick spear by Lashley, though, to win the title. So, MF, the almighty, once again, regaining the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, the IC belt has become a hot potato prop again.
Hot potato prop indeed. History has been made on Raw tonight from Pittsburgh. A new Intercontinental Champion crowned. And yeah, when he hit him with that spear, man, somebody has to check even I had to check my own stomach because I felt the pain on that one, man. Holy cow! What a spear! He thought he had him in the drop zone. He didn't. Got caught out of nowhere, and bam! Good night. You know what? You can talk about the little idiot. You could talk about Lio Rush getting involved, but at the end of the day, it was a clean win. We got a winner, and more importantly, a new Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, the Dominator, has regained the title that he lost about a couple of months ago. So, congratulations to the new champion. Nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, I know you're not happy because of the fact that it wasn't how Lashley won the title. It's because he kind of had a little help from a certain someone. Lashley! 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 Lashley!
Oh God! Did you had to do that, Fletch? Seriously?
Yes. Yes.
Oh gosh! Please give me a freaking break. What did you give the match? I couldn't quite hear you.
Actually, I actually didn't give a match rating, but I'll give it now. I'll give this about 2.5 stars.
Oh, all right. I never quite heard your rating, so yeah, 2.5 stars. I do agree. I mean, yeah, Bobby Lashley, he didn't win the title on his own. He won it thanks to that stupid little idiot, Lio Rush, distracting him with that, holding that Intercontinental title and allowing Lashley to hit the spear. So, yeah, nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, unfortunately, we got to deal with that loudmouth Lio Rush now that Lashley's the Intercontinental Champion again, thanks to that little idiot.
Yeah, the idiot's back. Oh, boy. All right. Well, at least he didn't come out doing what Fletch just got through doing. I will give that much credit. I am only going to give it 2.5 stars because of the idiot causing the interference. Even though, it wasn't physical interference, it was still interference nonetheless because he distracted with the bell. Still, it was a clean finish in the end, and Lashley did regain the title. But I have a feeling if we didn't have the little bell ringing idiot outside the ring, then we might have had a different ending to this match. So not much more I'm going to say about it. But I have a feeling Bullock and I may be taking Fletch out behind the barn if he doesn't stop with the Lashley bit. So, Florio, it's yours.
Get that checkered apron ready, Dee. I would love to see it. But nonetheless, let's get back into focus here. 2.5, I agree with the rating. It was a decent match, yet a flat crowd for most of it. The feud is not gelling in a big way. And now we're going back to making the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship look like a hot potato prop and a joke again. I mean, it hasn't been the same since they took it off of Seth Rollins. I mean, Seth Rollins in 2018, as we all know, one of the reasons why he was the frontline soldier of Monday Night Raw was because he made that title. He brought prestige back to that title. And now all of a sudden, this game of hot potato, cat and mouse that they're playing with it, it's not helping either man, and it's certainly not helping the championship as well. So my guess is we'll probably get a return match at WrestleMania. Maybe they add Lio and they make it a triple threat. Who knows? I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. So nonetheless, let's move on. Raw Women's Champion, the rowdy one. Rowdy Ronda Rousey cutting her first promo after the shocking heel turn of a week ago. And she did she didn't hold back. I mean, it's basically what we've been seeing all week with those viral videos of her that have, that have broke the net, if you will. And it was pretty much more of the same. And then she gets interrupted by, of all people, Dana Brooke. Okay. So, I don't know what else there is to say. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you want to talk about this or do you want to just move on? Either is fine. I don't care. So, if you want to talk about it, we can. If
I'm
not,
just gonna make a quick thought about this. Is
right.
that I thought it was very standard Ronda Rousey promo. Nothing amazing about it. I guess they're trying to make Dana. I don't know why Dana Brooke was there. I think she's just there for that one night, just to, for Ronda to, keep her feet wet as she's getting ready for WrestleMania. Because let me tell you guys, they're just gonna try anything now because they know that right now they just need to keep the three women away from each other from now until WrestleMania, because I think we're kind of mentally fatigued from just the build-up to Mania. So, and you want to preserve it enough where, as long as you don't beat the dead horse here, that makes us want and get ready and hyped for what we hope is the main event of WrestleMania. Because that's what we want. We want this to be the main event. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. And so I understand why they did it. I don't see anything amazing about it. Not tonight. So it kind of is one of those, it was there, nothing more to say. So I'm a little more shocked that Dana showed up than anything else. But that's it. We can move on for all attempted purposes.
Definitely. I mean, it was a decent segment. You're right. But Dana Brooke's promo was a little wordy, but she did a solid job, even though it was a lost cause in terms of getting the fans to rally behind her. Ronda was intense on the mic and ragdolling Dana Brooke, who deserves hazard pay for that. I just wish Ronda's turn was closer to a time when the fans actually turned on her, as her delayed reaction to everything is a bit awkward. So we're just going to move on. Tag team matchup here. Ricochet, Aleister Black against Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Ricochet and Aleister Black win the match, 4.5 minutes. I'm going to call cutout here because this was way too short. I mean, it was a solid television tag match with the right team going over. I like the post-match attack by the Revival. Hopefully they can follow that up with a rare TV win, the Revival. We'll see what happens. So, probably maybe a 1.5 to 2 for the effort. That's all I can say on that. So, not really more to say. Now, we move on here. Alexa Bliss coming out to host her little moment of bliss. Usually that's an whatever. But this is one of those rare times where there was actually something interesting that comes out of it. Alexa Bliss is going to be the host of WrestleMania 35. For an occasion like this, it's rare that we do this, but we're going to do it. I'm going to call an open forum here. So if anybody wants to chime in on this, MF is more than ready. So MF, Alexa Bliss, the host of WrestleMania 35. How about it?
It's very interesting. For her to be the one to be hosting WrestleMania. Look, we haven't seen Alexa really in the ring that much lately. Especially, it seems like they're holding her back a little bit. The last time we saw her was at the Royal Rumble, fighting in the Royal Rumble women's match. So, I mean, you kind of feel like is this kind of be, you know, there were rumors that she was possibly going to be the next general manager of Monday Night Raw before the McMahons basically made the GM job obsolete and deleted it. So now what's the next move? Making her the host of WrestleMania? I don't see anything bad about that. I think that's a great move. I think that's you know, for her and with the clout that she has as of now, I don't mind that she's the host of WrestleMania. And I hope, and this is just me personally, I hope they actually, as Paige, you know, have Paige from, you know, because she is technically still with SmackDown. I would love to see Paige be a co-host of WrestleMania. You know, Alexa from Raw, Paige from SmackDown, and let them two run WrestleMania and let them be the host of this event. I think that'd be a great idea. Of course, it also would be a little bit of a nod to Paige's movie, Fighting for My Family. They've been promoting it for the last month or so. And I think this would be the perfect capper for it. You know, she was the company girl. She hung out, did everything great. Everybody loved her as GM of SmackDown. It was unfortunate that she lost her spot, but I think if it wasn't going to be Paige, definitely Alexa would have been my second choice for hosting WrestleMania. I have nothing bad to say about it. It puts her in the limelight for this big event, so no doubt about it. Anthony, back to you.
As they should. So let me see here. All right. Bullock, Didi, do you wanna chime in, or you just want to move on?
Move on.
Okay. And I assume Didi will agree with that. So, but yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, I don't have a problem with it either. I mean, she joins a very elite group that can say they have hosted a WrestleMania. Go back to WrestleMania 27 with The Rock. How about WrestleMania 30 with Hulk Hogan? And 2 years ago at 33 when the New Day were the host of WrestleMania. So very elite company for Alexa, for Little Miss Bliss. So interesting idea with Paige there, MF, but to be quite honest, I don't really see that happening. I think they want to build it around Alexa. So that's just my perspective on it. So that's really all there is to say on that. So so with that being said, yeah, then we had some more nonsense. Elias with something, with one of his songs, No Way Jose, comes out, whatever. But now let's get into something more relevant, more fun here. It's Hall of Fame time. And it was first reported by our own MF right around a little after high noon this afternoon. Harlem Heat, Booker T, Stevie Ray are going to join D-Generation X, the Honky Tonk Man, and Torrie Wilson as the class of 2019 for the WWE Hall of Fame. And rightfully so. Very interesting. I mean, we read several dirt sheets. Preliminary reports were suggesting that the Hart Foundation was going to be the tag team inductee this year. But boy, they pulled the wool out from under us. I mean, Harlem Heat, wow, that's awesome. Running down their list of accomplishments, last year they won the Tag Team Award in the Cauliflower Alley Club. Global Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions 3 times. Pro Wrestling Illustrated voted them the Tag Team of the Year back-to-back years in 1995 and 1996. In 2003, in the PWI years, they came in at number 62 of the 100 best tag teams. One-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And, of course, the most notable success, 10-time WCW World Tag Team Champions. And both men held the World Television Championship, a combined 7 times. Booker T won 6, Stevie Ray with 1, and of course, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019. So now Booker T joins Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels as the only 2-time Hall of Famers, both as singles competitors and as a stable. You know, Flair, singles competitor in the Four Horsemen, Shawn Michaels this year, as a matter of fact, as a singles, and of course going in with D-Generation X, and now Booker T, already a singles inductee, and now is going in with his brother, Stevie Ray, as part of Harlem Heat. So I believe it's Michael Bullock who gets the honor here. You don't have to tell us their life story, Bullock. We know their life story. I just want a quick thought from you on Harlem Heat getting the nod, going into the Hall of Fame, joining DX, Honky, and Tori.
Yeah, this was a surprise. I mean, I thought we heard rumors of the Hart Foundation probably going into the Hall of Fame, but yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think this is a good choice to me. I mean, Harlem Heat, like you said, one of the most decorated tag teams in WCW history, and of course now Booker T is going to be, shall we say, now the third wrestler ever to be a 2-time Hall of Famer, joining Ric Flair and of course Shawn Michaels. So yeah, I mean, you pretty much touched on everything. So congratulations to Harlem Heat on the induction into the Hall of Fame. So Dee Woodson, a quick thought on Harlem Heat.
Hey, I'm glad to see it. I mean, this is, one of the few WCW tag teams that never came to WWE that's actually being inducted into a WWE Hall of Fame. And, we haven't really seen much of Stevie Ray since he retired. So this is going to be really amazing to get to see, the brothers together at the Hall of Fame for the induction. And hey, they said it tonight. Booker T will now be a 2-time Hall of Famer. So, congratulations to the guys, and hope to see maybe Stevie Ray stepping in, doing some commentary or something at one of the pay-per-views. That'd be kind of cool to see. So, not much more I'm going to say on it. Florio, it's yours.
One of the most successful, dominant tag teams in WCW history, and well-deserved 10-time World Tag Team Champions. You're never going to see that again from any tag team in history going forward. Maybe the New Day if they can stay together, but Booker and Stevie, fun to watch. You remember they had Sensational Sherry as their manager. Of course, she was referred to as Sister Sherry. And of course, they also had Colonel Robert Parker in that with them as well. And then of course they had that Amazon woman, Midnight, or I think that was her name. But yeah, I mean, fun to watch. Their promos were great. Of course, when you think about Harlem Heat, you always have to think about that infamous Booker T moment with Hulk Hogan. We're not going to rehash it. I mean, you know the story. If you're a true wrestling fan, you know the story. I'm not going to go any further into that. So just look it up on YouTube. You know what I mean. But fun they were both great on the mic, both great trash talkers. I mean, they backed it up in the ring, had some phenomenal matches, some great rivalries. The Steiner brothers, the Outsiders, any other tag team back in the 90s, and the Nasty Boys. I mean, I could go on and on. So congratulations to Booker T and Stevie Ray. And want to give a quick shout out to my dear friend Dan Kamanapali, who said well deserved. I shared it on my Facebook moments after MF broke it. So I told him I was going to address it, and I hope he's listening. If not, then hey, it's on the archives if you want to listen anytime soon, brother. So I agree. It is well deserved. Very surprising. We thought for sure it was going to be the Hart Foundation, but no. If it wasn't going to be the Harts, I'm glad it was these guys. These guys damn sure deserve it. So fun to watch. So nothing more to say on that. All right, MF, you're the one who broke it. So your thoughts on all of it?
No, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. It's Harlem Heat. You know, I definitely loved WCW back in the day. Definitely part of the Monday Night War, and without a doubt, they deserved it. They deserve it. You know, as far as elite tag teams in the world of professional wrestling, from the LOD to Demolition to the Rock and Roll Express, Harlem Heat is definitely one of those teams in the Mount Rushmore of greatest tag teams in professional wrestling history. And Anthony, you said it, 10 times WCW World Tag Team Champions, a record that will never be broken ever again in professional wrestling. I don't even think there's anybody that comes close to that record of 10. So, I mean, it's without a doubt a great feat. Booker T, a 2-time Hall of Famer, well deserved. But Stevie Ray, man, like you said, was more of a tag team guy. Not really great as a singles competitor, but dude, when they brought it, every night, every match, and they just brought it with the fire that they always possessed, man. It didn't matter who it was. I guess the big question now is who's the ones that's going to induct them. And the rumor, I would love to see Robert Parker do it. You know, I hope they do ask Robert Parker to do it. I know he's 66 years old. I know he's been out of wrestling for a long time now, but dude, that would be awesome having him as to induct the Harlem Heat in the Hall of Fame. I think this is a foregone conclusion, at least for me, guys. So nothing more to say. Congratulations, Harlem Heat. Well deserved.
Yeah. That would be interesting. But the thing is a dirt sheet that I read saying that they're considering big changes for the Hall of Fame ceremony. And one of those changes would be, now it's not official or anything, but not only eliminating inductors, but also cutting down on the inductee speeches, because they tend to go over and over and over, and it makes the show almost as long as WrestleMania. So, but we'll see. We'll see if that's true or not. But if there's going to be inductors, it's very simple. Who's going to induct all 4 inductees? Mike Tyson for DX, maybe. Jimmy Hart, or cousin Jerry the King Lawler for the Honky Tonk Man. I would personally like to see Stacy Keibler come back and induct Tori Wilson because of all their history. I know MF would love that more than anybody. And then from there, maybe Colonel Rob Parker, but that's a good choice. But what about T-Lo? Teddy Long? There's a lot of history with T-Lo and Booker. So, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's not rehash anymore. Let's just give them their due. Congratulations on behalf of all of us here at the Wrestling Forum. Ridiculously Raw, Cerebral Smack Talk. Harlem Heat, well deserved. Nothing more to say. Let's move on. Natalya against Nia Jax. Beth Phoenix came out with Natalya. That was a cool moment. Nia Jax by disqualification in 30 seconds. Beth Phoenix went to town. Great to see the Glamazon back, but the live crowd reaction to her was very light and very disrespectful. I mean, you would think a city like Pittsburgh would be a lot harder, but since when did Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania turn into Lafayette, Louisiana? I don't know. Okay, now we're going to have some fun. Get ready for the segment of the night right here. I know a lot of people are poo-pooing all over it. I can understand it, but I don't think we are. The face-to-face confrontation. This was the other big advertised moment. Triple H and Batista. They didn't hold back. And as expected, it is official. Triple H and Batista, one-on-one at WrestleMania. No holds barred match. Didi Woodson. Whoa.
Going to that restaurant there. out by AT&T, and he had come to Charlotte.
Okay, I kind of lost where we're at.
Batista and Triple H.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This was definitely the segment of the night. Oh boy, wow. These two, there's so much heat between them. Of course, Batista coming out with his entourage, not saying a word. Triple H, saying that he's come up there and take out all the Jabroni squad or whatever you want to call his little security outlet that he brought out with him. Guardians of the Independent Circuit, I think was his words that he used. Yeah, it was a very very well done segment. A lot of heat built there, and of course now we have the match that they were wanting. Batista versus Triple H, the one that's been hyped for quite some time, ever since SmackDown when we had Evolution out there. So yeah, storyline building, definitely. Putting the mark right there on what happened with Flair leading up to all this. So not much more I'm going to say about it. Like I said, for me, this was the segment of the night, and definitely had the heat behind it. So, Floyo, it's yours.
Amen to all that, Didi Woodson. You hit the nail on the head without question. Far and away the segment of the night. The intensity, just amazing. Both men's intensity was great. Got my adrenaline pumping without a doubt. And 14 years ago, they main evented WrestleMania 21 for the World Heavyweight Championship. The rules were reversed. Triple H was the mega heel champion. Batista, the future star in the making. And we all know how that ended. Batista won the match, won the World Heavyweight Championship. And he took that ball and he ran with it. We all know that story. So, no holds barred. Wow. Ooh. MF hit the nail on the head, but it's not quite what MF wanted. MF was hoping for a non-sanctioned match, but I'm sure MF will be fine with it anyways, because this is his match right here. Other than, of course, the SmackDown matches, which we all know MF's going to have a vested interest in anything SmackDown Live come Mania. But from our side, I know this is the one match he's going to have a most vested interest in because, it's well documented. MF, lifelong Triple H fan since the days of Evolution and DX. And wow. So nothing more to say. MF, Batista, Triple H, WrestleMania 35, no holds barred. Not quite the non-sanction you wanted, but my question is that good enough?
It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. It's no holds barred. That means no DQ. I would like to see a false count anywhere, but for it to be this way, I don't mind it. This is good enough for me. I think if you really think about it, relatively speaking, the fans wanted it this way. This is what we were looking for. Now we're just going to see how it plays out at WrestleMania. This is going to be a good fight, guys. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out brawl. Don't expect much wrestling moves. This is be a man, get beaten up, get your weapons. Uncle Sledgy, look out, it's coming. And no, this is going to be interesting. It can go a number of ways, but without a doubt, when it's WrestleMania, they're gonna go all out. So no, this is awesome. I like it. There was a lot of fire, intensity, a lot of heat during the promos by both men. This is the only way they could have settled it by letting it be a no holds barred fight at WrestleMania. So no, excellent. Nothing more to say. Yeah, Mike Bullock, go.
All I can say is game on. Yeah, these two men definitely did not hold back. And And yep, it is on now. Triple H, Batista, WrestleMania, no holds barred. And like you said, Fletch, Uncle Sledgy is coming to town. Batista, as the old saying goes, careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, and you got it. You got the game. The only problem is, I mean, as I said before, you're not getting the COO. You're getting the cerebral assassin, the game, the king of kings. And he's bringing Uncle Sledgy, and Triple H knows how to use it. So, segment of the night. I cannot wait for this, guys. This is going to be epic. Dee Woodson.
You already let off.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, well, Florio, I guess we could say it's game on. And Uncle Sledgy's coming to town.
Yes, indeed. Uncle Sledgy is coming to town, and I know MF couldn't be any more delighted about that. So, all right. You want some more newsworthiness? Oh, we got more. Kurt Angle, the Hall of Famer, Pittsburgh's own, comes out and announces that WrestleMania will be his farewell match. But before he gets there, he wanted to have one last match in Pittsburgh in his hometown. He does it against Apollo Crews. Of course, Kurt Angle wins in 3 minutes. So, for me, it's a nice moment for Angle and his hometown fans. Now the question is, my friends, I'm genuinely curious to see who Kurt Angle faces at WrestleMania. Either way, Kurt's final match, a very nice hook for WrestleMania indeed. So I got to ask the question, who will it be? Well, I read some comments on some dirt sheet posts, and 2 names came to mind. John Cena, and how about this, Bullock? Your man, The Undertaker.
Wow.
How would you feel? I mean, you are The Undertaker out of all of us. That's your man. Could you imagine Kurt Angle's farewell match in WWE against The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Man, I mean, these two, they've had some good matches before, but boy, I mean, this is something I would love to see at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. But then again, I'm also fine with John Cena against Kurt Angle too. Because, I mean, their history. And let's not forget, who inducted Kurt Angle into the WWE Hall of Fame?
John Cena.
John Cena. So I'm fine with with either one of them. But me being the Undertaker fan, I want to see Taker and Angle go at it one more time.
DDMF, quick comment. Okay.
Well, my quick comment, it goes like this, is that I think it could be Taker, because I think they're going to go with Samoa Joe with John Cena. They've been hyping that a little bit. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Taker, but would Taker be available? That's the only question I could think of, is because I haven't heard Taker possibly being at Mania this year. So I don't know, unless there's a surprise down the pipe that we don't know about. As of now, I'm treating it that Taker is not going to be a part of WrestleMania this year, and I don't know. I don't know who they would get. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see.
Okay. So, I don't know if Dee wants to throw her 2 cents in, but if you want to move on, that's okay. So we'll talk about it. So, all right. Supposedly this was going to be the main event of Raw tonight. It was going to be Roman Reigns squaring off against Baron Corbin. But before anything else, Drew McIntyre attacks Roman Reigns out of nowhere, goes to town on the big dog, and he put the big dog down to the point where Seth Rollins had to come out and escort him into the backstage area along with Ambrose. And Ambrose, being the hothead that he is, bumps into Triple H backstage, and he demands a match with Drew McIntyre. No disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere in the building. And you know, Hunter loved it. He signed off on it. And that's our main event. Drew McIntyre, Dean Ambrose, falls count anywhere match. Winner of the match in 14 minutes and 25 seconds, Drew McIntyre, with maybe the sickest Claymore you will ever see, with Ambrose wrapped around a guardrail or something. Bam. And that was all she wrote. This was the fight of the night. I'm giving this 3.25 to 3.5 stars. This was a very good, entertaining brawl with the right finish, and that they are building up Drew McIntyre perhaps to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It felt grittier than a typical WWE brawl. Matter of fact, it kind of brought back some memories of when Chris Benoit and Kevin Sullivan used to have their wars in WCW. We'll never forget the Great American Bash in '96. Dusty Rhodes, they're in the women's bathroom. Yeah, we'll never forget that. I know that's what MF will never forget, but it was. I bring that up. I bring that up in terms of the way they fought up the stairs and around the building, and yeah, it was an otherwise solid yet unspectacular edition of Raw on the road to WrestleMania. We still have a few weeks to go, but yeah, I mean, hands down, this was the fight of the night. 3.25 to 3.5 stars. I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and if that's the case, you keep the big dog out of the big spotlight for now. It gives McIntyre a chance to really get over here, which is what they're trying to do. And man, did he go to town on Ambrose tonight? Wow, unbelievable. So Pittsburgh, you had a good show tonight, but let's see what Chicago, the IWC capital of the world, has in store for us next week. And then from there, we go to Boston. And then the go-home show is in the home of the Stanley Cup champs. So think about that. Nothing more to say here, MF. This is what you wanted for Triple H and Batista, when it comes to Mania. A falls count anywhere, no disqualification, no count out, be a man fight.
Yep.
Well, you're not getting that at Mania, but the good news is Ambrose and McIntyre gave it to you for free tonight.
And I could not be any more happier with that. Thank you, guys. But no, this was awesome. Great match, good fight, solid main event. Nothing bad to say. Yeah. If you wanted a be a man fight, you got it, folks. This is what I was waiting for. So no, this was a solid 3.5 star fight. Easily, you could call fight of the night, no doubt. And it was a solid show. So no, it was good for what it was worth. I enjoyed it. Nothing more to say. And yeah, Florio, or I should say Mike Bullock, it's all yours, bro.
Yeah, 3.25, 3.5 stars. This was definitely the fight of the night, no doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, this was everything what we thought it would be when the match was announced. So yeah, I mean, there's really nothing more that needs to be said. So I'm just gonna give it to Dee Woodson.
Yeah, I'll agree with the rating. I mean, this was a good brawl. Especially after Drew attacking Roman Reigns with the brutal destruction of Ambrose. This may be one of the ways they're going to write him off. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see how this is going to play out. But this was definitely a very well done match. Great way to end Raw. Very strong endings, for me. Both the guys, they looked really great in the match. And, how many times do we get a match like this on television? I mean, it doesn't happen. This was a pay-per-view quality type match that we got on Raw, and it just pretty much brought Raw back up to something credible for at least for that moment that we had this. So not much more I had to say about it. Florio, it's yours.
All right, overall thoughts on tonight's Monday Night Raw. We'll start it off with good old MF Michael Fletcher. So MF, how was this this first Raw on the official road to WrestleMania in Pittsburgh tonight?
Good show. Well done. I could give this maybe a 6 to 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, the show wasn't spectacular. There was certain things that we kind of were hoping that would have been a little more better. But in hindsight, there was a lot of newsworthiness that was good. Couple of matches weren't so great. There was a lot of cutouts, unfortunately, on this night. I kind of feel like 6.5 for me. So, Michael Bullock, I give it to you.
Yeah, I agree. 6 to 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it was good, not great. I mean, there may have been some things they could have done better here, but I thought it was a good first Monday Night Raw after as we begin the official road to WrestleMania. So nothing more to say. D.D. Woodson, I give it to you. Dee, are you there? I think you better take it, Florio.
I don't know if she stepped away or.
Oh, there she is.
All right, Didi.
Yeah, I had to correct the cat. Sorry. So yeah, I stepped away for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna give it about 6.5. It was a solid show, and it did have a lot of building for WrestleMania, but we did have a lot of cutouts. We had some low moments, but we also had some really high moments, and it's unusual to even put the word Raw and story building or in the same sentence, and lately Raw's getting better at that. I mean, they're getting better at pushing the storylines, making things go right in line for whatever pay-per-view is coming up next, in this case being WrestleMania. So yeah, like I said, we had some low points, certain matches, certain segments, and then of course you had some stuff we didn't even talk about, like Braun Strowman destroying that car. That was kind of cool to watch. Which means Braun Strowman is going to be on Saturday Night Live this week, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of storyline building stuff went on here. So yeah, like I said, 6.5 is my rating. So I guess I will see you guys for the SmackDown Smack Talk. Night.
Yes, Smack Talk. We'll see what MF has to say about that when we get to him at the end. So we'll definitely see you for that, Didi, without a doubt. So yeah, it's a 6.5 for me as well. I'll make it unanimous. I mean, main event was the fight of the night, McIntyre and Ambrose. What a no disqualification, no count out. What a false count anywhere match that was. Amazing. And then from there, the Triple H and Batista segment. Some are poo-pooing all over it. We're not. That was an amazing segment. I don't care what anybody says. Can't please everybody, but for us, that was fun. If you thought that was fun, wait until WrestleMania. That's all I'm going to say there. And then another great Heyman and Rollins exchange. Shelton Benjamin, a surprise appearance and a solid match with Rollins. And a new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion crown. Bobby Lashley regaining the title in a solid but not overly spectacular matchup. So yeah, good show from Pittsburgh tonight. And gentlemen, next week, Monday Night Raw is going to the IWC capital of the world, Chicago. Woo-hoo! Are you ready for some fireworks? Ooh, yeah.
Oh boy, get ready.
Chicago, IWC capital of the world. Oh, and it gets better. March 25th, 2 weeks from tonight, we're gonna be in Boston. And then the go-home show was going to be in D.C., the home of the Stanley Cup champs. So we'll see what happens. So nothing more to say. 205 Live. The tournament, the number one contender tournament continues. Oni Lorcan against Humberto Carrillo. Winner of the match, 12 minutes and 8 seconds. Oni Lorcan. Hey. 3.5 stars. Very good and competitive match. They took an uninterested crowd, got him into it by the end. Both guys looked good. And, hey, give it up for Oni Lorcan. I'm glad he won. That's awesome. So, but then again, it would have been fine if Carrillo had won because he's got a bright future ahead of him, too. Mike Kanellis in a squash match against some guy named Colby Carino. No comment. And then the other tournament matchup, Cedric Alexander against Akira Tozawa. Winner of the match in 18 minutes and 9 seconds. Cedric Alexander. 4-star match. Great match that played well off of their previous matches and also did a good job of keeping the winner in down until the end. Semifinal matchups tomorrow night. Tony Nese against Drew Gulak and Oni Lorcan against Cedric Alexander. Remember, the winner of this tournament will face Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania. So, nothing more to say on that. 7 3/4 to 8 out of 10. A really strong show with a great main event as the tournament continues to deliver, much like that Cruiserweight title tournament a year ago. So, there's really nothing more to say. Keep up the continued great work, 205 Live. That's all I can say on that. So, if you folks haven't been watching, you should be. That's all I'm going to say. So, alrighty. Let's move on here. And we will get into Impact Wrestling. And this was in Vegas and on the Pursuit channel or the Twitch app. So let's get into it. Non-title match, X Division champion Rich Swann against Ethan Page. Rich Swann wins it 8 minutes and 10 seconds. 3-star match, good and fun opening bout. Ace Austin against Jake Atlas. Ace Austin wins in 3.5 minutes. 2-star match. It was okay. Atlas got a bit too much in as Austin was to be featured here. Austin's got a ton of potential. There was an Alicia Edwards segment that was interrupted by the Desi Hit Squad. Her husband, Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake. The angle between Eddie and Drake continues. Alicia, you're a beautiful young lady, but you need some work on the mic, darling. I'm sorry. The big knockouts match, the Dark War. Rosemary, Jordan Grace, and Kiera Hogan against Su Yung, Dark Alley, and the Undead Maid of Honor. Team Rosemary wins the match in 11 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 3/4 star. Pretty good, but it was a disappointing bout. Outside of the lights, there was nothing special about it. It never felt like a war of any kind. It didn't really need any wackiness, but some weapons, intensity, and real aggression would have been appreciated from my perspective. And then from there, World Tag Team Championships on the line. The Lucha Brothers against Zachary Wentz and Xavier of the Rascals. Lucha Brothers retain 7 minutes and 55 seconds. 3 1/4 stars. Good main event, just too short. I wanted those four to get a good 15 sometime soon. They could do some great things, and we'll see what happens. So, nothing more to say there. 7 out of 10. Good show, bookended with good wrestling and some overall nice angle advancement in the middle. So, really nothing more to say on that. And then from there, get into the business at hand, the spoilers. This is what you can expect on Friday night at 10 p.m. over on the Pursuit channel or on the Twitch stream. We have all three members of OVE squaring off against Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Tommy Dreamer. Glenn Gilberti, a.k.a. Disco Inferno, will go up against Kikutaro. KM and Falaba against Reno Scum. Jordan Grace, Tessa Blanchard, one-on-one for the... That was the number one contenders match for the Knockouts Championship. Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards teaming up against the Desi Hit Squad. And then there was an angle, and let's just say it's going to be a very interesting angle. And Killer Cross, Johnny Impact, Taya Valkyrie, Brian Cage. Oh boy. All I can say is that's a segment you do not want to miss come Friday night. A lot is going to happen. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm just going to park it there. Friday night at 10, Pursuit channel, for those of you who have it, or that Twitch app that I know MF uses so he can follow, because I know Pursuit is not on the Cox package. So, all right. So that'll put the bow on this. So MF, come on in, front and center, Cerebral Smack Talk. Shane O'Mac's got some explaining to do.
Samoa
Joe and R-Truth for the United States Heavyweight Championship. And how about this 8-man? The Hardys, Aleister Black and Ricochet in action against the Bar. And I forgot who the other two guys
Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah.
Basically, guys, the new reincarnation of the League of Justice. The League of Nations 2.0 is what they're dubbing it on the internet. And it is indeed possibly going to be the League of Nations, the new League of Nations, as we would say. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. That's going to be interesting to watch. Yeah, and then on top of that, Daniel Bryan, who is going to be his next challenger for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Are we gonna get a clear-cut favorite going into that fight? We'll see. So that's going to be a part of the Cerebral Smack Talk tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern or 10:15, depending on how quickly I get home. And that's really it, guys. So we're just going to be talking about SmackDown Live, and that's really it. I got nothing else on the Mikey's Mindset this time around. So 10:15, 10:30, keep your eyes peeled, but we're going to try to start it as early as possible. We're going to try to get it out of here in about an hour or less. So nothing more to say. Floyo, take it home.
All right. We'll do MF. I just want to quickly see if Derek Ferreira posted the docket for this week's. Actually, he has not. So I cannot give you a docket for Strictly Sports tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to message him right now and see what he has to say about Friday night's show, and we'll see what happens. So all right, so you heard MF. Are you there somewhere around 10:15, 10:30 tomorrow night for the Cerebral Smack Talk after SmackDown Live, and then Friday night Strictly Sports. So that's it. So until tomorrow night for Cerebral Smack Talk with MF, it's your ridiculously over good brother Anthony Floyer here for the Phenom Michael Bullock, and in spirit, good old MF Michael Fletcher, the Twisted Angel D.D. Woodson, and Derek Ferreira. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah. Throw it up, Fortune Forest style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed Tuesday. And until Cerebral Smack Talk with MF, you've been listening and watching Ridiculously Raw right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube.com. And remember, no matter what anyone tells you, wrestling is indeed actually real. For everybody who's been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Floyo, so long, and bye, everybody, bye.